can't do the thing today. We got no psst because we're not using cans.
I thought you'd make the sound of a baby rhino that couldn't find its mother.
I'll work on that.
Let's hear
I'll work on that for next year.
Yeah.
Really? You know,
Yeah, it's not distracting. I don't have no cans today because we're back here at Lost Rhino.
Yay!
And here's some little trivia for you. Almost 1 year exactly from the date we recorded the first episode here. And I can give you that. If you want to see that episode, go look up Hoppy Dudes Season 2, Episode 10, May 2025. And specifically, that was from the 13th.
13th.
And we're here on the 12th.
Yeah.
So it was almost a year.
Aww.
Yeah, so we're back.
We're here with our beer heroes.
Yeah.
Like the universe told us.
So it took us a year to get back, but we're back for a very specific reason. We're going to hit a very specific topic today, and we'll get to that in a minute. But first, let's introduce the folks that are here.
All right.
Go ahead. All right. So let's start over here with Ed.
The new guy.
The new guy.
He's the new guy.
Yeah, because he wasn't on last year.
No, I wasn't here.
He was ignored.
I don't know where I was. I was here somewhere.
You were here somewhere. You're probably busy working.
Flunked out.
Probably
at that hour.
it was after 4 o'clock.
Normally he's not
So yeah,
here.
introduce yourself.
I'm Ed, Dick.
And you are?
I'm from the head brewer here at Lost Rhino Brewing Company. Oh, I see the...
There you go.
I get where you're
He's
going
never been
now.
on a podcast
Hey,
before.
hello.
We'll get him
This
for
is my second one. What are you talking about? Right?
Oh, that's right. We were.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We were sitting around here.
My
daughter was shooting
That's
it.
true.
Originally from Ireland. You might pick an accent.
Couldn't tell.
I don't know.
we didn't.
Yeah.
But I've been here for, as I say, longer than most Americans.
I thought that was a Virginia accent.
30 years.
Do you know what my Irish name is? Gerlad McBarnacle.
What?
That's my name in Ireland. They call me Gerlad McBarnacle.
McBarnacle.
McBarnacle, but with a K.
Spelled with a K. So let's hear a little bit more of that. How did you wind up here?
I ended up coming here during COVID and started just almost volunteering in the back, helping out, and I learned an awful lot under Mike Hastings at the time, and I've stayed on here and I've never left.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
well done.
What motivated you to come in during COVID?
I love beer.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing else going on.
No, actually, you guys were delivering during COVID.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I remember, I had to work from home, and I'm sitting there in the afternoon, and it's like, I don't remember the exact details, but I think if you got your order in by noon, you could have your beer delivered by 3. So I'd be sitting there on a meeting, and I'd be like, trying to listen, and I have my phone down here making my order for the weekend.
Yeah.
We should pick that back up again.
No,
I feel
I'd
like
agree, yeah, order
Gen
by
Z would be down for that.
12 and
They
pick
don't
up
wanna
by
come
3.
out.
I like
Do
that.
they even drink beer, Gen Z?
No.
That's the problem.
No,
That's a
we're
problem.
working on them.
Yeah,
Gotta work on them a
Gotta
little
get them indoctrinated somehow.
They're going to grow up eventually. That's why we do hazy IPAs.
Yep.
I want to go back a little bit, because you once told me you didn't come to the States
Oh, no,
to be a
no.
brewer.
No, I came here for thoroughbred racehorses. Yeah.
Wow.
I
Seriously?
raised racehorses, broke racehorses for 25 years in this country, I think.
Here in Virginia?
Ended up here in Virginia. I started off in Kentucky, and then I did the racing circuit from Florida to New York to Kentucky to Florida to New York to Kentucky, and followed all the fun horses. So the Kentucky Derby just came by, which was won first time by a woman, which go.
Very exciting.
Very cool.
And then 2 brothers came first and second as jockeys. I've never seen that happen before. It might have happened before, but I've never seen it happen before.
Okay.
But and that was my original sin.
Betting on horses.
Betting on horses, they go hand
You
in
started
glove.
out with gambling, and then you went to drinking.
Right.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. No, it's basically the way.
Natural progression.
Yeah. That's the way it should be done.
That's good.
Well, I'm so glad you could join us, because we didn't get you last year, and we know you rearranged your schedule to be here, so we really appreciate it. So
And
thank you
then
very much.
forgot that I rearranged my schedule and came in the first thing in the
So
morning.
he's been here for about 12 hours.
I've said long day today, but this is why I did have a long day today. It's good.
We'll try and make it fun for you.
No, I'm good with it.
Okay.
And also, we've had a lot of fun with him on St. Patty's Day when they do the kegs and eggs.
No, that's a fun
Hanging
time.
with him is always
Hanging at this little bar right here.
Yeah, you're the best.
Yeah.
We really enjoy hanging
It's
out.
a good day.
It is a good day.
Yeah, you got to get up early in the morning to drink.
Oh,
all day.
remember, we were the first ones here.
Well, 2 years ago.
7 a.m. We decided to see if we could.
Oh, we opened late.
We opened,
Yeah,
yeah.
we opened at 9.
Yeah.
They told me I
Don't
couldn't
get
come
up
work at
early.
7 o'clock and drink beer this year at 7.
I didn't say I didn't start drinking beer at 7 o'clock. It wasn't here.
Right. Oh. I get that. Then we'll-
Anyway, let's move along.
Yeah.
All right. So Matt, I mean, you were on last year. You introduced yourself last year, but Matt's the owner here. Matt's the originator. So
Head janitor, you know,
Head
put
janitor.
that in there, so
And
we're doing a
Problem
lot of
solver.
Hops Wrangler.
Yep, a lot of fixing today, but we get it under control and we keep things rolling, and that's kind of the game. You know, we have an old workhorse over there in the brewery, and it's been making beer since '89 here in Ashburn, so it needs a lot of maintenance.
A lot of love.
And if she doesn't feel loved, she'll let us know. So, definitely.
What's her name?
There's 3 or 4 women back there.
Yeah,
That's why you're here.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons.
that is true. All true.
Fast women and fast horses.
Yeah. But anyway, so we're just here, excited to do another podcast with you guys, and look forward to chatting.
Thanks again. Yeah.
That's
And I'm
go ahead.
Steph.
Say hello.
I'm the public events manager and marketing manager here at the brewery. So we're gearing up for our 15th anniversary, and I'm excited that you guys wanted to talk to us again. And kind of
We want to talk a little bit about
Talk
your 15th
about that,
anniversary.
yeah.
Also the best, most
Yeah,
fashionable
look at
one
that
here
shirt.
with this
Yeah,
amazing.
check the shirt out. All right, nice shirt. Yeah.
Everybody buy those. Would make me really happy.
We're wearing the same shirt.
Oh yes,
That's right.
All right, so
Twinning.
yes, and I got my Rhino Club,
Yeah, exactly.
my Rhino Bug Club shirt on. So
Love it, love it.
Anyway, so real quick before we get into our first beer for the day, just a quick reminder. I know we talked about this last time, but why the name Lost Rhino?
So our original beer was, do you want me to take the question? I know you guys can both double stuff. So originally our first beer, we always wanted to be a lager brewery when we were starting up. So our first beer was a pilsner. And, we, back in the mid 90s, there was a group, it was the 3rd largest contracted craft beer brand in the country called Rhino Chasers. And it was right behind Pete's Wicked Ale. So, I have this big ridiculous bottle collection that Chet is aware of in the back, and I collect full bottles of beer, and I had them from basically '89 up through maybe the mid 2000s, so I collected all of them. And a big part of it was the Rhino Chaser collection, which they had like maybe 10 or 12 different beers, and they were based out of Huntington Beach, California. So I really liked the name, and I was trying to find a name for the beer for my business plan. We were starting up. And I was kind of looking around, and I looked on the patent trademark website, and Ernest Gallo, I looked up Rhino Chaser, and Ernest Gallo had just, literally as I looked, had just released the name Rhino Chasers from their portfolio because they ran cider, right? Ernest Gallo was owned Hornsby Cider, which was another rhino-themed cider.
Wow, Hornsby.
And so they had just dropped it, so I had applied for it, and I'm like, oh, it's kind of cool. And so we applied for it, and then we started making it at a place called, I'm dating myself, but like Vintage 50 down in Leesburg, way back on Kentucky Circle there.
Yep.
Vintage 50, and then we were doing really well there, and I didn't have a name for the brewery yet. It was just called My Name, so it was like M-A. Basically, and I'm like, no, I definitely don't want that, because I was just trying to do a stopgap, and because everything kind of moved quickly with getting the Old Dominion equipment. So anyway, I really like the Rhino Chaser name, and I'm like, hey, can you come up with a logo at least for the beer to get started? And I gave him the backstory of Rhino Chasers. So Rhino Chasers is slang for big wave surfers out at Huntington Beach, which was where they were from, right? So I sent that all up to them, and they sent me, I told them, I want something like Nike or Under Armour, and they sent me back a Rhino with a surfboard. And I'm like, oh, it's really cool, I liked it, and then we became known as the Rhino Guys, because we're kind of bumping around to different breweries making Rhino Chasers while we got this thing going. And I really like the name, and I'm like, hey, you know what? We're nowhere near an ocean, but I wanted to use the logo, so we just called him the Lost Rhino, because he's always searching for the next big wave. So that's like kind of where it all came from, because a Rhino with a surfboard makes 0 sense in the middle of Ashburn, especially Data Valley now, which even makes less sense. So I think that's kind of like, we wanted something to be remembered by, so that's why we did it.
That's awesome. Yeah, we love it.
Well, I think that leads us into the first beer.
Let's go.
I think the first beer we're tasting today
Our
is
very first
Rhino
beer.
Chaser, right?
Yep. It's our
Cheers,
classic. Cheers, guys. Cheers to American Craft Beer Week, too.
Yeah,
Right.
Yes, that's
May
right.
11th through 17th.
Yes.
And not to jump ahead, but this only came second, right?
That's correct. We did win a silver medal for the Pilsner.
Oh, you
this year.
did? This year?
Yes.
In Virginia.
That's
yeah.
great. And this,
Yeah.
I've said this in the last podcast too. I'm not a Pilsner guy, but I love this.
I love
It's so
this.
good.
I'm not a Pilsner guy.
I would say
The good thing is
Pilsner's
I'm like double fisted.
favorite beer.
Great.
It's been that kind of day.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
I would say this is the first beer I have at a brewery is a Pilsner. It's just to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ed tells me that that's how he judges breweries.
Yeah. And I'm a judgy.
He's very judgy.
Very judgy. So what can you tell us about this one?
I like it.
I was hoping for a little bit more depth.
Oh, no.
I mean, I could have said that.
It's golden, crisp, and delicious.
It's definitely one where you can kind of give it to a non-craft beer drinker,
Yeah.
and they might actually like it.
That's true.
Like, it's not really too far off from
it's more
a
familiar.
classic lager, but it has enough hoppiness that it's like,
Yeah, it's slightly more bitter. It's like our
Yeah.
Americanized version of like a Pilsner. So we, add a little bit more hops into it to add the bitterness. But
Yeah.
like as they just mentioned, that should be the first beer that you always try when you're going to a craft brewery is the lightest, easiest drinking beer because that tells you exactly like how things are going.
Can't hide.
Yeah, you can't hide
you can't
anything.
hide it.
So that tells you how well the process is,
Yep.
how good the beer is overall. It's very distinctive, especially like going around and trying them, and that'll ruin you for sure. But it's a great beer to test, and
Yep.
if you have that kind of dialed in and figured out, then usually most of the other beers are in really good shape. So.
Yeah, that's really good. I mean,
thank you.
I am a Pilsner drinker and I like it.
And Ed makes it.
100%,
I don't do any of that.
Me and
I
you.
used to make it.
Nate,
you guys dry hop this one or no?
No. It
But it has hops
It
in
is.
it.
Oh yeah.
doesn't have a can.
What?
Oh, it does?
It does.
Oh,
We don't.
okay. But it has hops in it.
Oh, it has hops in it.
Yeah.
It would be sweetie water.
Sweetie water. That sounds like a great name for
Yeah.
a beer for this Gen Z.
There you go. Yeah.
Can I have another sweetie water?
It's got a bit of sugar in there.
See, then that may be some marketing you can think of.
Yeah, they would love that.
They would love that.
No, it's got loads of hops. Sans and Tanang and a bit of Hallertau.
Okay.
Oh, I love Hallertau. Yeah, I think that's what I really like about it because that Hallertau. That's when I first made beer. I made a German beer with just Hallertau. Yeah, it was like, and that's still in my mind.
that
I
works.
love that.
Yeah.
it was really good.
Absolutely. So, but this was your first one and 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So when is your 15th anniversary?
It's coming up right like
Way
fast.
quick.
Like,
6th.
Yeah, not June 6th. So we're coming up on it, and we kind of picked that day. So it wasn't when I moved into the building, obviously, because I didn't have anything. We established a brewery in 2009, but
We were selling root beer at that time.
yeah, we're doing root beer and all that other stuff. But
We're still selling root beer.
which
course.
he enjoys too.
One of our most popular brews, actually.
yeah, one of our most popular things.
We sell out of it constantly.
Yeah.
My kids are older now, but they grew
still
up.
love it,
Oh,
yeah.
they grew up on Lost Rhino root beer, and they still
And
love it.
now they're spoiled.
Yeah,
Glad to hear it.
my youngest who's in college, like when he comes home like for a break, he'll be like, I need to pick up a couple of 6-packs, maybe 4, to take back with me.
That's good. That's all I like to hear.
So, yeah. Well, and he turns 21 in September, so maybe he'll be picking something else up.
Yeah.
No, he just
Until
makes
that
it
time,
vodka.
there's nothing between.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that was the goal, so we started in 2000, we established in 2009, took about a year and a half, and then we were waiting on our brewer's license. Once we got the brewer's license, that's kind of was our day that we picked, so that was right around the first weekend of June.
So what was it like here that first year?
It was crazy. So it was like, so we were doing like pop-ups, like anything to bring money in the door because I had a pretty big space even back then. And I'm like, guys, we've got to make some money. So like we would do root beer, we would have like pop-up Wednesdays, and the first beer actually that I bought, because I think, don't hold me to this, but I think it was DC Bravo's first. Then 2 months later it was Port City. Then 2 months later it was us. So I was like trying to buy beer because I didn't have my own beer. I had a license, man. So I started buying Port City because I'm like, I need something in here. Like, and this is back like when we had like kegs for seats, and like I had this kegerator and
In the front.
in the front. And the office, our little office, was actually our pub. So I put a couple speakers on the wall. We had the kegerator jammed in there. I had my desk behind the kegerator, and then the.
Do you have photos?
Oh yeah, I have.
We need to get the
Yeah.
photos.
So then,
Pop them in with the video. That'd be great.
so then, of course, I didn't have any space for people, so like I had to push them out into the brewery, and then we set up those booths, and then they could sit in the booths, and then we'd do little tours or whatever. But
People still to this
was-
day, when we get crowded in here, people sit out in the warehouse.
Yeah.
they do
You know,
that.
or
You set
outside.
bands up.
As long as
Yeah.
I've cleaned it.
As long as I cleaned it up, yeah. He's in charge of that.
Different world back then.
Well, I have this memory of the very first time I came in here. And like you said, there was very little space up front.
right.
And I don't even think you were selling
No, we
beer.
weren't. We were doing tours for $7.
Tours for $7. You could buy a glass for $5, and that came with like, I don't know, 4 tastings
Yeah,
or
for
something like.
tastings.
Yeah, because I still have that glass. I came in and bought my taster glass and got my tasting.
Super fan.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, 7 dozen of them.
I told you, you're our heroes.
Yeah, no,
Love you guys.
that's awesome.
So, quick question though: how many people were working here at the time? Was it just you doing everything?
Well, I was doing most of it, but like I had, like Fabio was my business partner back then, and he was kind of helping out. He was still working though at Sweetwater at the time. So like I'd already committed. I'd like jumped off the cliff kind of thing. So like I was already here doing that, and so it was me, him, and then I think I had Mike Flora was helping us on the side. He was our accountant guy. And
He's our
he-
accountant to this day.
well, yeah, and I dragged him in. I'm like, hey, do we need help? So like, he would come in and help
That's
us
funny.
out. But,
I want to see him. Did he bartend?
yeah, he did everything. Like
I want to
had
see a
him do
photo of him
everything. So-
bartending.
But and then
looked about
once,
7.
once we started
He still
making
looks
beer,
nice.
then, you know, we grew up. But like, we only had like 3 or 4 people back then.
Where's Fabio now? I've come across him.
He's at Dynasty, so I don't know.
Yeah,
if
Dynasty.
he's- Yeah,
I
so
think that's where he is.
But they got rid of the property here, but they still have the one in Leesburg.
Yeah,
So,
I need to get over there because that looks like a lot of fun.
I haven't been to Leesburg.
It's a nice place.
Well,
Yeah, it looks like
the
a good
Leesburg
brew.
is really small. I mean,
Yeah.
they
It
took
is.
over.
Yeah.
It used to
It's
be
like a
Pike
house,
Trail
right?
Brewing.
Right, right.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a house.
It's a house, yeah.
yeah, exactly.
And it's a small ranch house, like tiny. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's great outside seating.
Yeah, they do have a lot of seating, so it's good.
Yeah, great outside seating. So, what's changed most? I mean, I know the place has grown and so on and so forth, but I mean, what's changed most for you in the last 15 years?
Changed most.
I don't know. Price of hops.
Yeah, like I think that the biggest change has been the scene. Like the actual
Yeah.
brewing scene has changed. It's definitely, you know, I know we went through a spell there where we're bringing 1,000 breweries on a year.
Yeah.
And I think unfortunately that diluted a lot of like what craft was, or what it used to be, because it was very collaborative in nature because there were so few of us.
Yeah.
And it was very difficult to even get a job at a brewery. Very difficult. Like you really had to like grind to get into one.
Yeah.
Now like you can't find them, right? Like you can't find brewers. So like
Yeah.
so I think that unfortunately I think that the scene is correcting to a degree, and we're seeing some of that residual fallout and people that aren't completely committed, but overall I think it would just be that dynamic has changed very dramatically from when I first started.
That makes sense too, because there's been a lot of downturn, a lot of places closing up and going out of business. Partially, I think, because of, like I said, the Gen Z kids, they don't want to drink beer. They're drinking all kinds of other stuff, and it's just becoming like even like the aisle at Trader Joe's. It used to be this big long aisle of beer. It's like a third of the beer. And I asked them, "What's going on?" They're like, "Nobody's buying beer."
Nobody wants
Yeah, I mean, when was it last year when Costco cut us out?
Yeah.
They just cut
Yeah.
all craft
Right.
craft beer from their
You're right,
list.
because it.
Yeah, because
All
I used
they
to
had
like
is
go out and buy.
Kirkland brand.
I used to buy a suitcase of faceplate.
Faceplant, yeah.
Yeah. And that was like, I keep 1 or 2 suitcases of faceplant around the house just for...
Just in case you need to leave in a hurry.
Go bag.
That was my gun bag. Yeah.
There used to be a time when they had
I'm leaving the kids behind. I'm buying the beer.
They did, yeah.
like different, like big, some of the big craft bottles.
Yeah.
You could, then, all that shit's gone.
Yeah.
It's all- yeah.
So in the
Things
last,
are changing.
in the, this is a depressing topic. Let's get on something more.
Yeah.
I will say though, like, my comment on that though is that I don't know if it's, I think it could be beneficial and, I know this is looking at the very positive side of it, but like, the market is correcting, but we are going, and you'll see this through the history of beer, generally speaking, like, especially the last 150 years, is that you're seeing all the breweries going back to Pilsner again. Like, you'll go through these huge ciphers and then they come back to Pilsner. And if you're a brewery that can't make a solid Pilsner or you have no intentions of doing it, then those are the ones that wind up weeding out. This happened back in the 70s, 60s and 70s. Like, this all happened already. And, we had this big craft beer explosion even back then, and then they're all gone, right? Like, so I think it's the people that will do well are the ones that are actually producing very solid, strong, not strong like ABV, but like really good Pilsners and light beers.
And also listening to their customers.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like we, are trying to listen as much as we possibly can to customers, and we see them too, not buying the heavy IPAs.
Right.
No one's drinking the double IPAs anymore. Everyone's
They're on market.
everybody's drinking the lager.
You mean young people.
There's definitely
No, young
markets
people
and
aren't
niche
drinking.
markets. Yeah.
Young people just aren't drinking. And I can't fault them for that. I'm like, fair enough.
Fair enough.
I wish I had their resolve.
Must be
It's
nice.
too late.
Do I have?
Far too late for us.
Far too late. But but let's get to that's the changes over the last 15 years. But what's your biggest memory? I mean, it could be a good memory, a bad memory, an ugly thing. I mean, what's your fondest memory or strangest
I'll
memory?
go with fondest, so like, because there are plenty of all of them. So
There are quite a few strange ones in a brewery.
there's definitely
Definitely not.
plenty of them. But I think a lot of fun, and it's funny. I was just talking to Jasper, are you familiar? So he does yeast. He's right up the street.
Oh, okay.
So he does yeast for craft breweries. He'd be a great guy to like bring on. But he does all the yeast for the craft breweries, and it's funny. I just ran into him like 2 weeks ago, and he's moving over to the other side of Old Ox Road, and we're discussing bone dusters. So bone dusters was crazy. Like, we had like people flying from all over the country, had a huge press release. We had cameras, news crews, and all that, like, because we had basically developed a yeast strain that had never been recorded before. Oh. And so we did, I don't know how many brewers, probably 50 or more, like craft or small batches, and you'd be amazed like what wild yeast does to like beer. But we worked with Genelia Farm, and Jasper headed all that project up, and he's the one that put all this together and like found the yeast strain. Basically what we did is scraped whale bones, and what that means is like whales back in the day, they walked and they got around. They used to feed up in Columbia, Maryland. So there was like this area. So back in the Jurassic period, they fed, and then Megalodons would also do that. So Megalodons knew that they were there, and they would come up and feed off of the whales that were up there anyway. So you find whale bones with Megalodon teeth in them, which are kind of crazy. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen a Megalodon tooth, but it's like, it's like that big. They're huge, right?
I'm a dinosaur fiend as a kid. I knew every dinosaur.
There is a very small museum down in West Beach, Maryland, and they've got Megalodon teeth. Museum.
And what is fascinating to me is that they're razor sharp. They're just as sharp as they were then. So anyway, so we went through this whole thing, we scraped bones. Then we sent it to Genelia Farm. All the scientists over there worked on it. What they did is they isolated.
So I'm going to interrupt you for 1 second. I hate to interrupt your flow, but Genelia Farm is like right down the road here. It's basically a Howard Hughes Foundation funded research facility. The people come from all over, scientists come from all over the world to do research there.
and it's basically neurology based. So because Howard Hughes, had a lot of challenges, mentally, so they have a whole foundation there. It's a beautiful campus. You can never go. It's here in Ashburn. You would never know it's there. But anyway, so they were able to break down the yeast strain and break it into genome groups and actually isolate the specific yeast strain that brewed beer, which is even crazier. So we did it. We did I think I don't recall. It's been a minute, but I think there was we used lemongrass and some other things to help it. But at the end of the day, it was a brown ale was what it was at the end of the day. But it was really good, and we had Google Science. We had everybody involved in that. Wow. We even made it into Playboy with it. It was.
Now you've made it.
I'm just saying. I finally made it.
Now I get it.
Yeah, like a centerfold holding the beer.
No, I think it was more or less the name.
Nice
So anyway, it was. It was a really cool experience.
Oh, she had nice growlers.
But it was a really cool experience to be able to, NPR here was here, all those guys, AP was here, it was a lot of fun. And literally, we were on a stage with all the microphones, the whole thing, it was real intense. But Jasper did a great job.
What year was that?
Yeah, what year?
Do you remember?
I have it in the books.
You weren't here, were you?
No,
It's
gone
in
there.
there.
No,
this
predates
is-
me.
It's 15 or 16, somewhere around there. But anyway, so I talked to Jasper, and there may be an opportunity to in the future. So, because he has it banked. He has the yeast strain banked.
Wow. That'd be
Dang.
crazy.
And I don't know if you've ever seen a refrigerator that goes down to, he has one in his, but
ridiculous.
it's 100, it goes to a negative 175 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's real.
What?
Yeah, and he always puts,
getting close to
nobody put
absolute
their
zero.
lunch in here kind of thing, but literally,
Check out our plates.
it's so cold that when you open the door, it has this huge handle on it. When you open the door, it's snowing in front of it.
Oh, that's insane.
Because the air is hitting
Yeah.
the moisture,
Condenses
and it just
immediately.
it immediately starts snowing in front of it.
No.
But anyway, it's banked in.
Yeah. All right. So,
Jasper, I better get a discount for that.
so I mean, that's it's a lot over 15 years. But let's get to the next beer.
Please.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
I was going to say, mine's empty too. I'm always
Yeah, so we
Final Glide.
So Final Glide.
Hefeweizen.
Yeah.
The only wheat beer that we do.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's your good health.
Wow.
I feel like a gold.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
So this one won gold this year at the
That's
Loudoun County
great.
Brewers Association.
Wow.
Well, that's good.
I
That's a
feel like it
delicious
gets better
beer.
and better. It's getting better and better at it.
It's the most fun beer to brew.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
What's
Without a
that?
doubt. There's more steps, more mashes, more you start cold.
There's a lot more going
There's a
on.
lot more fun. It's also wheat, so you got to throw more stuff in, like rice hulls and whatever else, to make sure it doesn't all get stuck. But it's a fun beer. Right?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of, I think what's marketed with wheat beers, at least my observation, flavored, fruited, so on and so forth. This is not. This is just a basic.
It's a yeast strain.
Yeah. There's, again, Jasper's yeast right here.
Yeah. And this
You
is
got a little bit of that clove going on there,
Right.
a little clove. You
Lower
got that-
temperature.
Yeah, it's like a German Hefeweizen. That's what I'm used to,
What we try for.
That's what we
Well,
always.
this is as close to a German Hefeweizen, I think, as you can get.
Yeah.
I always say it's the goal to get there. Right?
Yeah, right.
It's
Yeah.
what you want to have. It's what it should be.
Yeah. Early on in my career.
His drinking career.
No. My actually, when I used to work. But when I have to go to Germany. A couple times a year.
Have to.
Yeah. It was tough
When
doing
they have
it.
airports where you can just
Somebody's
pour beer
got
from the
somebody's
boat.
got
terrible.
somebody's got to do it. The worst time that I was there, once the equipment arrived damaged and I had to wait for new equipment, so I had nothing to do for a week until they shipped new equipment.
What do you happen to be right around Oktoberfest,
to
did it?
do.
But that's where I first drank Hefeweizen.
But they all do it on the bottle too.
Yeah.
Nothing's on draft there for Hefeweizen.
Oh, no kidding.
It's all bottle carbonated.
That's
they
kind of
do
where I
all
got
that.
the taste for it. And then looking for it here in the States, it was like nothing quite matched
Yeah.
up. But this is...
It's a great breakfast beer.
It is a great breakfast.
It is.
It's
My kind of guy.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
totally
The first time we went to Munich, we went in and I had it all planned out. And I'm like, we're arriving at the airport. We've got 3 hours before the hotel room you can get into it because I mean they're European. They're not going to do anything in a hurry. We went and had breakfast and we had our little bowl of sausages and a couple of pints of this. And I'm feeling pretty good about myself. And then they bring out one of those fooders and like going to go whack something in. I'm like, well, I'm not to have one of those. So we were late to check in. But,
We barely
yeah, but it was walking, so it was all good.
It's all good.
Welcome to Germany.
Right. And everything else is on time.
Deutschland.
Yeah.
So while we're drinking this, so what are you going to do to celebrate your 15th anniversary?
We're gonna release a beer,
Yep.
of course, as we always do. We're gonna play live music like we always do.
Willing to give us a little insight into what that's going to be? Or
I'll tell you
Or is it
tomorrow.
still a secret? Tomorrow.
Tell you tomorrow. Can we tell them tomorrow? Or are you going to tell them today?
This isn't going to air
No,
until...
it's not going to air for.
Yeah, you can tell.
Not this Friday, the following Friday, right?
Yeah.
I lost it. Yeah, the following Friday.
Correct.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be a surprise for me as well?
So
It could be. Yeah. Because we've already changed the first part. We're in the second part. We could go back to the first part again in a hurry too. We're not
Tell
100%
us,
sure.
please.
We'll find out tomorrow. So we can edit this later and just check it away. We're hopefully bringing out a light Mexican lager.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Crisp and refreshing.
Nice.
And,
Something easy to drink.
yeah.
For warmer weather.
Yeah, something that you can have more than 5 of in a day and not feel like you're doing something wrong.
Anyway.
So yeah, we're brewing a beer,
Yeah.
and
Who's
we're
playing?
gonna have a bash.
Who's coming?
So
Oh wow, loads of
noon,
bats.
what is it? Noon to 9 p.m. or noon to 10. We have music, live music all day outside. Nova Sound Stage is providing a big outdoor stage for us.
We're going with the
lighting.
big stage again?
We're
Yeah.
doing a full size
Nice.
stage.
That's great.
And so we'll have Tony Cam and the Funky All Stars, which are super fun,
They are
super
fun,
high energy.
Cool.
I don't even like, I'm not a big
Funk,
funk
jazz,
fan.
No, I
like,
like funk.
it's
They're
really
fun.
fun.
That's great. Yeah.
So they're gonna start things off at I think 12 or 12:30. I can't remember exactly. And then next, I can't remember the middle one, and then the last one is the Fitzky brothers, who have been a hit. They've been here a couple times.
I recognize
I don't
that.
feel so bad now for getting a beer.
Our favorite recent one that you guys had here, which blew us away, was Big Fat Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, they're coming back.
Yeah,
They are
They're gonna be here at the end of the month.
Yeah,
Oh, wait, I gotta see them. I
Big
love
Fat
those
Monday
kids. They are
is very good.
fantastic.
Good.
Man,
Very
they're perfect.
talented.
Yeah. And they know what they're doing. Like they're
Well,
mixing it up.
I'm bringing for, like, Greg Ward is gonna be here too, so he's gonna be.
Oh, yeah, he's
So we
gonna be
got some
mixing.
reggae mixed
Oh,
up. so
yeah,
don't
yeah,
worry.
Is he
it'll
the
be-
one-man reggae guy?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So,
okay.
and
Yeah,
so he's
something.
gonna be playing while they do the changeovers and everything.
That's
so-
fabulous. He's fantastic.
Yeah, he is very good.
That's amazing.
So we'll have music literally all day.
That's fantastic.
And I'm trying to see if I can get a bucking bull.
Oh no.
We'll see if Matt will allow it.
As long as there's no liability, like
Those things
some
scare
or something.
To get the
I have done that
licensing.
twice.
I've never even seen one.
What happened? What was the?
Well, I'll just very quickly.
Damage
the
report.
very first time I did it was because I was on a work trip with somebody. It was like a conference thing. And
In Germany.
A peer of mine. No. This was in Texas. And a peer
That
of
sounds
mine was
right.
like, "Bet you can't do this. I'll do it if you do it." So he got up there and he did, and I got up there and I did, and I was like, "There's no way he's hanging on longer than I did." So I like did everything I could to hang on, including hooking my leg as I was flying, and I like hyperextended my knee, and I walked with a limp for like 3
You're like
months.
injured.
So I'll just be watching.
Totally fine.
It's all in the controller. It doesn't matter what
Doesn't
you do.
matter what you
that,
do.
That guy there can knock you off just
Yep.
now.
Yep. Yep.
Exactly. So let's talk a little bit about the brewery now, right? I mean, what's changed most here in the last 15 years? I mean, you've expanded, obviously, but now you've got an event room here and stuff. So
We've done renovations a lot this year.
Done a lot of
But over time, I mean,
over
this
time. like-
space wasn't even a space, right?
Right.
Like,
I think the
when
first
you
This was
first
a
got it.
brewer's lounge.
Yeah.
And I just wonder how they had lounging time.
This space, like, before we moved in was kind of weird. So, campgrounds, like, you go, like, you park a camper, and, like, you have campgrounds, and you have, like, fittings, and you have, like, some AstroTurf, and you have picnic tables.
Yeah.
This space all the way to the back was full, all the way to the ceiling almost, of a campground. That's all I can say.
Wow.
So what happened was it was all piled up so high that one day it's a great story, right? So like one day, the pile fell and hit that wall and knocked it out. And I'm like, what is going on over there? So they went over and found out, and then they were gone in a month or two. And I was like, and they basically took dumpsters, just threw it all away anyway. I'm like,
Wow.
why would you pay to hold all that junk? And it was junk. It was just junk, like lots of.
You sure there wasn't a Megalodon that somewhere?
You would think so, but they threw it all away. So we've been taking over spaces moving this way as our goal. So it's a lot different than it was originally.
Well, it's one thing we didn't talk about before. Talk about the beers and stuff, but the vibe here is just fantastic. I mean, you're the bar that I judge other places by. Oh, it's not quite as good as Lost Rhino. or it's
We
getting
try to
close.
have,
You remind me of
homey,
Lost Rhino. That's a good thing.
Real wood,
This lady came up and
tables,
told me that she's like, and I'm like, I don't know if I should be offended or not, but she's like, oh, it feels very lived in. I'm like,
Yeah.
like a trailer.
It does.
I'm like, what does that mean? Like, is that good or bad? Or
That's good.
I'm like, I don't know.
That's good.
So I get that.
It's a place you can come and you don't have to feel pressure.
We're not sterile, but we're clean.
It's a
Yeah,
very
we're not
friendly place. It's a very, like I said, a good. I mean, look, you guys you do a lot for charity,
Yeah.
Yes.
and I want to talk about that because that's really important. I think that what you guys do for the community, including you have the bazaars here for the local merchants and stuff like that. That's fantastic.
Where do you think I finish up my Christmas shopping?
That's actually a proud beer attitude, though.
It is. It should be.
You need to be part of it.
Yeah.
I always say every town should have at least a 10 or 15 barrel brewery in their town.
Yeah.
And that's just where people come congregate.
Yeah, I agree.
Do their
I
thing.
think that's what I love about it so much. That's
Yeah,
why I like it.
Yeah, and keeping it family friendly allows anyone to come in here too,
Yep.
which is nice. A lot of places nowadays are 21 plus, which I understand. And as a 21 plus, I get it. But if you want to bring your nieces and nephews,
You got a whole room of pinball machines.
Yeah.
And root beer.
And we sell hot dogs.
All kinds of good food.
Right?
That's the one thing too. I've noticed that over the years the food has just gotten better and better and better and better. It's so great to come here and it's really nice.
Mike is
really
great.
good.
Yeah, he's done a great
I
job.
think back when I
Connor.
first started coming here, they used to offer chips.
Yeah. And
We
pretzels.
still offer chips.
Yes, but no, the food is great.
It is great.
Yeah, because there are times we just bring the family over and just eat here.
Yeah. Our new spinach and artichoke dip is so good.
Oh, that is
tried
good.
it.
Yeah, I have.
Oh
That's
my
really
gosh,
good.
It's my favorite new snack.
If you're in the area and you come in, you gotta have a spicy mic.
Oh,
So I go turkey Havarti.
That's mine.
The turkey Havarti is good.
Yeah.
add
I
pickles.
like that vegetarian
Wrap.
wrap. Oh my God, that's so good. I have to tell them to hold off on the jalapenos.
It's a lot of jalapenos. They put way too
And
many.
they do it right. It's real good.
I love hot spice. Oh, right, yeah.
We have this Scottish couple come in. They come in
Yep.
almost every area, but then they always order
Twice a
wrap.
week.
Yeah, they're
Twice
so
a
good.
Vegetarian.
Yeah, it's not that I'm a vegetarian. I just think it tastes great.
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
delicious.
Healthy food, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But you've also, you've expanded the outside.
Yes.
You didn't have that.
Yeah.
Thank God for COVID.
We're trying to
Yeah.
Thank
remove.
God for
It really
COVID.
helps with
Thank
all
God for
that.
that. Oh, yeah,
loosened
yeah.
everything up.
Yeah, loosened
Everyone's like,
everything
oh, we can't drink? What do you mean we can't drink?
We can all die.
Yeah.
Of course we're gonna drink.
I'm just going to do it outside, everywhere.
Yes.
I heard beer's aseptic, so
Yeah.
basically it,
Yeah.
you could kill has alcohol in it. So.
It cures you as you go.
Or you just don't give a shit.
I think it's time for beer 3.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I want to schedule
Beer
you.
number
There, I'll change the
3.
subject for you. How's that?
So this is our Cold Front IPA.
This is one of my
Another
favorites.
award-winning beer for this year. I chose all
Cheers,
award-winning
everybody.
beer.
job.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I just realized that.
Yeah.
Why would you? I didn't get that one. I didn't get that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Way to go.
Yep. So Cold Front IPA. It's
That's the
cold IPA, so it's brewed at a
Yeah.
cooler lager temperature
Yeah.
than a normal IPA.
So it's like an IPA done.
60.
An IPA done like a lager.
Sure.
Ish.
It's a it's a lager done like an IPA,
Oh,
kind of.
You flipped it.
So I'm not
he's
sure.
experimenting.
We actually used to have a beer
really
that was very
good, though.
similar to this
I
called
love
Megafauna.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, it's similar.
Very similar to the same kind of style and everything before it was cool.
I always say this is the beer that shouldn't work but does.
It does work. Some
When you
people
think you
that
can't
like
do something, you can.
yeah, people that like IPAs but like lagers, this is the beer for them. So.
Yeah, whenever anyone's like, oh, I don't want faceplant, but like, do you have other IPAs? And you know, other than a hazy, of course, this is what I recommend
Yeah.
because it's like crisp. It's not like overly bitter, but there's a nice crispy bitterness to it.
Yeah.
Not a lot of fruit, but it's easy to drink.
It's definitely a beer
Yeah.
that goes down smooth.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little
Yeah.
sneaky because it's a little
It's
higher alcohol.
extremely sneaky.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
got to kind of remember that.
Do be careful.
Because it's easy to slam
Yeah.
this side.
Oh yeah, no, it is.
Well,
That's the
it's
lager.
It's very
Especially when the temperature's a little warmer. It's-
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Goes down
Yeah,
nice.
it does.
Yeah.
It holds
Yeah,
it
so
in.
this one we typically brew. I mean, we're brewing it all year this year because it won an award.
Yeah,
So
we're
bragging a little
we
bit.
try and keep it in draft all year long, but every now and
The
again it will
cans.
stop out.
Yeah, we
Cans
only
we do
usually
in
do
the,
the
in
winter.
the fall.
Yeah, fall.
We might start doing cans of this more often, I think.
It's popular.
Yeah, I mean, people like to drink it, so.
Yeah.
No, I
Put it
usually
in the
come
can.
in on half-price growler fill Monday and get this in a growler.
I was just saying that to somebody the other day. I said, I love the fact on a Monday morning, or Monday afternoon, you see people coming in, they've got 4 or 5 growlers coming in. I'm like,
Yeah, they got the routine.
these guys have it down. They know what they're doing.
They've got to figure it
And
out.
they have a reasonable offer. They get beer for reasonable price, so it all goes
Extremely
well. And
reasonable.
Yeah, well, it also
my
makes
beer for the
Monday such a better day at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Because Monday's the worst.
No, you come in and fill up 4 or 5 growlers,
This gets
put them in your
puts a
fridge,
smile
and they're good to go.
When did we start that, Matt?
I've been doing that
Half
for a
off
while.
A
growlers?
long time, man.
Yeah.
A long time.
Every Monday.
I've
We
never
weren't even like, when we, like for years, we weren't open Monday and we didn't open till 4 o'clock on Tuesday for
Yeah.
the first half of the life of the brewery, I think. Like,
Yeah.
I think it was like 15 or 16 that we started opening on Mondays because we were
Yeah.
closed. We weren't,
There's still a
Now
lot of
we're
breweries that
open
do
every
that.
yeah, like even where if you travel, they're mostly like that. Like it's
Yeah,
not.
yep.
But
When I
yeah,
was
we
in,
but we had
San
enough
Diego.
like local offices and everything, even here in the park, even
Yeah.
the data centers that come in for lunch and all that.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's great.
It works out.
Yeah, and you're in a surprisingly, good location for just people walking by and getting a beer, I wanted to,
Again, I would prefer a not parking lot as a view, but
I love it. We had a plane crash
used
right
to it.
outside
We had
our
a
door.
plane land right here.
Right here, yeah.
It almost hit the building.
Like 4 years ago, it would have landed in that data center right over there.
How big a plane?
Oh, like a little
Cessna?
little tiny plane, but coming into Dallas.
Yeah.
And it just
maybe
said,
it fell short.
I can't land.
No, he
Oh,
couldn't
no.
make it to Leesburg, so he was trying to land at Dallas and didn't make it. So.
oh wow.
Yeah.
But he was only like about 100 feet off the corner.
He was
of
on the
building.
news.
I don't remember that.
He literally got over the school, barely
Yeah.
over the school, and then landed in the field.
Little elementary
It'd be great if
school.
he just crashed the plane car and says, I need a drink. Give me a beer.
And then we offered him a free case if he come in.
Did you really?
Oh yeah. But then we didn't even know what was going on because we were in the office, right? And all of a sudden, I see a fire truck go flying. I'm like, wait, was that a fire truck? Like in this parking lot? And then all the Dulles fire trucks. I don't know how they're wide.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That guy
yeah,
comes
yeah.
from like, how's he even getting through here, man? He's like, and they're huge, like the foam hoses and everything.
Jesus. I don't remember that. We've been here forever.
I'm going to say
It was crazy.
3 or 4 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. I remember that.
I remember I heard of it, but I didn't think it was here.
I'm going to say about this time of year too, because we'd been
Right off the edge of that building.
every day we'd gone out and had a pint after work, and the one day we had Mike's calling us all up going, what are you guys doing, man? You're not watching the news? We missed a plane.
Your beer down the plane, dude.
I know.
Anyway, yeah, moral of the story is 50% off growlers every Monday.
Yeah.
Come out and see
Even
us.
if you have to crash your plane to get
Exactly. Even if you have to fly here.
Please don't.
Yes,
No.
please don't. No.
Not encouraged.
It's not encouraged to crash your plane.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I've talked to people who've flown those planes, and they basically tell me it's like a lawnmower with a bunch of cables. It's just so, because they're light.
Yes.
Right? They don't have a heavy feel, and those planes are small. And so it's you just don't feel good inside those
Jeez.
planes.
When the
It's not like
wind,
solid.
wind moves you nicely.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it does. I agree.
Yes. All right. So, next 15 years, what's the vision? You
We're
got
gonna go
15 under
global.
your belt. What are you going to do for the next 15 now?
Global.
It's like, okay, that was yesterday, right?
No, take over Budweiser.
Yeah, please.
Budweiser is the one thing we're trying to avoid for the next 15 years.
What do you mean?
Selling out to Budweiser.
Oh, selling.
Like everyone else.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I understand though why you work your whole life.
Oh, you have to.
And you want to retire. And so there's your path. Now, better to sell out to like Sam Adams.
Sure.
Because at
I
least
still
that's
say
going to maintain a
somebody
quality,
comes along with X billion dollars, it's like, oh, okay,
Right?
simple decision.
I mean, well, Jerry Bailey from Dominion, he did that.
Yeah.
You can't blame him.
No.
He busted his ass.
Well, he was on
Dominion,
his second retirement. He retired from the government already
Right.
before he even started to
Right. But he did work his ass off. I mean, he worked real hard to get that thing where it was, and
And Matt's doing the same thing now.
I mean, it's
prematurely aging.
You're like the child of Dominion, you know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
you came out of Dominion, and this is very similar to what. I mean, it's bigger now, which is cool.
Yeah.
Bigger than Jerry ever did, but very kind of similar.
But, I mean, to that point, well, Dominion was was the first craft brewery, I think, here in Northern Virginia.
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
Northern Virginia, yeah.
89.
Yeah, and they eventually sold out to, it wasn't.
It was a combination of Budweiser and Fordham.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember that. And because I remember going in there and asking the bartender after they sold, they had this U-shaped bar. I said, so what's going to change? He said, nothing's going to change. They're going to let us keep doing our thing. And then I went in there like a week later, and half the taps were like changed to Budweiser and Fordham, and then another month and they were gone.
Yeah.
And so but I mean, is this place what you envisioned 15 years ago?
No.
No.
Of course not.
Surrounded by data centers?
No. I mean the brewery, not
It's beer empire, man.
your empire.
I think I would have been a little bit further along than I am, but I think at the end of the day, I'm very privileged to be able to be around people that did enjoy craft beer or do enjoy it because of Dominion. Like Dominion was a pioneer of craft brewing, generally speaking, just from the 80s. That was just not a thing, right? So I think we kind of had that built in, and there was a vacuum when we moved in. But at the end of the day, my goal obviously is to become more of a regional player, and be able to produce the beers that are needed for that region. And and I understand Gen Z, all these other groups are not drinking beer, but I think if you can introduce them to the right beers and the right quality, then I think that and it's marketed correctly, I think you can get into the front of the right.
I still think though too, once they hit their 30s, they'll realize
It is
life is not great.
right.
I may as well have a beer.
But going back to the
One more beer.
It's not a sales pitch, but it's pretty good. Come on, man.
Going down to the Pilsner, like what you said.
I'm just saying, I'm going back to the Pilsner where everything kind of loops around. So I think even generationally, like Ed said, once they start getting older, I think
the beer
they'll
they're gonna
creep back towards the lighter lagers, the lighter, and it kind of starts again. In another 20 or 30 years, it'll be like that.
I think, the next 15 years is going to be solid light beers, or fruity beers, or
Fruity
hazy
beers,
beers.
that's a
Hazy
big
beers have continued to be
I love
popular,
hazy beers. I
even
just
into this year. We'll see if that changes, but NA beers
love maple.
are even,
They're the easiest
if I
things
can
in the
get
world.
Ed to figure out
They
how
just
to brew
whip them in
NA.
with them.
you know
circle of beer.
And then, but I've been talking to a guy who keeps telling me, I'd love to remember his name, but I've forgotten it, sorry. We'll edit this later. That they can come in and they have the machine that says you have one full tank, and we'll give you an NA beer of half a tank and a seltzer of a half a tank. And
Basically, filter.
they separate the alcohol and they give you a seltzer on this side and a beer on this side. It's NA, but I think it's like 0.05%.
Yeah.
So,
interesting. That's something I think we would want to get into.
I feel like it's something I want to explore, so don't give up
It'd
on
be
me.
fun.
Well, to say that Guinness Zero
Beautiful.
is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, it's very hard to tell that it's got no alcohol in it. It is absolutely delicious and creamy and everything. So
I would even say athletic.
Athletic is
That
fantastic.
has a pilsner that I was drinking one time going, this is weird.
It's a really good beer.
And then my brother Louis, he's quit drinking altogether and he loves his beer
It's
still.
great. Yeah, it's great. It's a great alternative for people, but you have to do it right. You have to make it taste like a real
A beer.
Yeah, you have to make it taste like a
can't
beer.
be crappy.
I mean, some of the NAs I've had, they've got this kind of weird aftertaste, kind of like a diet soda or something, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's not quite the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was right.
No, try not
I
to.
never do that anymore. That was just 90s.
Yeah.
But anyway,
But no, Guinness is Zero.
if you
That's
project
amazing.
into the future, 15 years, what's your big goal, big vision?
15 years, I'm hoping that the data centers are done.
Yeah.
Because you figure they've been around under construction now for 10 years or more.
Yeah.
Just the ones around me immediately, so it'll be good
Yeah.
to have those done. But I think ultimately, like, I want to be all up and down the East Coast.
That'd be great.
So-
You've
That would
got
be great.
distribution now, which is great. A lot of people don't. A lot of the smaller breweries have no distro. And they're trying hard to get it, but they don't have any.
And and then obviously, like, we've expanded the tasting room before. I'd like to do that again some point. We were in Bramilton for 5 years or whatever, and I think that there are opportunities for expanding the tasting room, especially like the coastal lines south.
Yeah.
I think our brand would do well, like in Wilmington and Outer Banks. And those types of places. I think we kind of like fit in down there.
Yeah.
Like up here, we don't fit in, which is good and bad too. Like I think that it's.
I think you're right, though. I think this kind of place down at the Outer Banks would be rocking.
The Outer Banks
You got to
would be awesome.
you got to remember our talk with Whalehead. Your season is short, though.
Oh, it's very short.
Right?
yeah.
So you have spring and summer,
So
and then you're kind of quiet for
Yeah, my
fall,
comment
winter.
to that, I think, is that I've kind of looked into that. You've got to make sure that before you move into the community, that you're connected with the community. Like, you're like, okay,
The craft beer again.
are you giving back to the community? Are you part of their community? You don't want to alienate them by like, okay, it's just another brewer. Like, you've got to be part of what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's really important to get the year-round groups, not
Yeah,
I think
that's
the guys
what we
that
do.
live down there
Yeah.
year-round.
Yeah.
Like, and you
Right,
don't want
right.
just the tourists.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Well, in Wilmington, you mentioned Wilmington. My wife's family lives down in Wilmington. They're originally all from Pennsylvania. They migrated to Wilmington. So we get down there to visit. And the thing about Wilmington is it's got the beach there, but it's also got, like, there's a
No, it's a great
cool
town.
yeah.
And it's old. It's been around
It's
for a long
old,
time.
yeah. And you got the river waterfront there, and, which is really cool. So there you've got a built-in market that's not seasonal.
That's right. Yeah.
I have a friend that, I don't know if you've been to Front Street Brewing down there, but it's an awesome brewery.
I'm
So
on Front Street.
it's really cool. Like it's an old building, right? Like so they do cellar aging of barrels of beer.
Nice.
But the cellar is like, it's 5 feet, so it's kind of annoying to go down there. I'm like, but like you go down there, but they paved it, concreted the bottom, and they have like this really cool like cellar system they've got going on, and the beer's amazing. That's
wild.
Say the name again, because next
Front
time I go
Street.
down,
Yeah, it's
on
on
Front Street. Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So we got one more beer sitting here.
Yeah.
This is another gold medal winner.
Gold
isn't it?
medal.
All right.
Yeah, this is a heavy one. A little dessert to end
it's
us.
not. It's
This
just
is a Coconilla. It's a chocolate
Gotcha.
vanilla stout. So she's got a little sweetness, but not too crazy.
This
Still
is-
a nice coffee-esque
It's dynamite.
kind of.
It is. I wouldn't think I'd like this, and I tasted it, and I bought a growler last time. I was like, I got to get a growler of that. It's so damn good.
I actually,
it's a triumph.
I'll admit this, I looked at it on the board for, I don't know, quite a while.
Yeah, me too.
A couple months gone, chocolate vanilla
I don't know.
stout,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's very
What
dessert.
would you not like about it? Other than 18 pints.
And then I tried it, and it's like, oh no, this is
Just don't have 18 pints of this.
what's the ABV on
Can't
that?
quite have that many.
Is it 7.1, 7.2? It's up there.
It's really delicious. It's well balanced. It's just right. I mean, I
People
think it's
drink
really
it
right.
around, like, they could be hot outside, they're like, oh, I'll take it. I'm like, okay. it's-
If you want to sip on a beer, though, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Again, I have the fault of I like to open my mouth and pour a beer down.
That's not a fault, my friend.
One of these first ones I ever had was a CBS. What was that? The Founders old stout
Oh,
they have.
Founders.
They have a CBS and a KBS. And I bought a 4-pack of CBS and I thought, this is great. And I'd had 4 of them and I was feeling pretty good.
Those
and I
are
got
strong.
to walk and my legs weren't working. And I'm like, what is this beer? And I'm like, it's like 12 or 14%. And I'm like, oh, hang on a second.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, no, I was
Founders,
awakened.
it's breakfast stout.
Right, that's why I thought I could have a couple.
Did you guys ever have I used to give tours at Dominion for a lot of years. Like, did you guys ever have the Millennium?
Oh yeah, I was actually going to bring that up. I was going to say, does anybody remember the Millennium, which was every
I put
1,000?
a lot of people on their necks with that.
Yeah, that was
A lot of people.
Yeah, that was old.
They're like, oh, I could drink this. I'm like, no, you can't.
I mean, 'cause
try,
it
but
was
yeah.
it was every 1,000 batches, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what was
yeah.
Millennium. And it was generally around what, 12?
At least.
At least 12, maybe a little more. It was a big
12%?
stuff.
Yeah,
It's a lot of
it was a
work.
big beer. It was a big beer, man. It had.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
It was really
named it
Sipping
Yeah.
on that.
Stout or an IPA?
Not a stout,
No,
no,
it's
like
An ale?
an old ale.
Yeah, old ale,
Like
like
an
an
old
brown
ale.
ale.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, technically, it's a barley wine.
Oh, so
But it puts you-
That's it. Yeah, barley wine. That's the thing. Yeah.
You know, I
Everybody would always want to taste them. Like, okay, you guys can taste it. Oh no, we can. I'm like, no, we can't.
no, that would be like, I got to drink this at home.
Yeah, exactly.
They would try though.
I'm gonna hide my keys and
Lost
sit there
many
and drink
people
it.
to.
Yeah.
It was fun though. It was oh, Millennium's out. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, one of my favorite beers that you guys make is my favorite name, My Imaginary Girlfriend, Meg.
Oh, yeah.
I love
Yes,
Meg.
I love
And
that one,
I
too.
love the name. I love the beer. It's just everything about it. It's just this is great.
We didn't do that one this year.
not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet?
No.
Yes,
Are
I
you
noticed
thinking
that.
about it?
Yeah,
Maybe.
I've been paying attention. Lovely.
It's
They
been
give a
I'll
shit
give
about
these
it.
to anyone. So.
Oh no! Look at that son! Oh man!
Oh, it's the real.
It's a real thing.
Is that one less
That's
out of
awesome.
Yeah, 2 less.
February 24th, 1999.
99. Yeah.
Wow! Tonight we're gonna party like
It's not gonna feel good. It's not gonna taste very good.
And I'll guarantee that's perfectly fine.
No, I will tell you.
Yeah, yeah.
I have a bottle of Guinness at home from their Millennium. I have to go look at the bottle
27
again.
years.
No, it was like well over that, but the bottle itself was, I want to say 30 years old.
Oh, yeah.
And I cracked that
Jeez.
sucker open and drank it. It
fine.
had a little bit less hop than you'd want in there, but other than
It was
that,
fine. Yeah.
I have
it was good to go.
Thomas Hardy. Familiar with that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
From 1993, and it's a big one.
Yeah.
And I keep threatening to open it on New Year's, but I'm waiting for the right year. I just want to get it on some
The years
cool
keep
year.
sucking.
And I know the years keep sucking,
Wait, you
and I
should
never
open it and then
But you also have to have somebody else that wants to drink it with you.
Well, him.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, Millennium. As we were talking about.
Yeah.
There you go. Check that out.
Yeah.
Can't believe you still have this.
That's crazy.
89
One
or
pallet less of
98?
beer I have.
99. Okay.
Yeah, wow.
Nice. Thank you. That is awesome.
That is cool, man.
So anyway, I think we're coming up on the end of our time here,
are,
but so where can people find out about you?
Go to Instagram, go to Facebook, go to lostrhino.com, Instagram, Lost Rhino Brew, Facebook, Lost Rhino,
There you go.
and lostrhino.com. We're having our 15-year anniversary celebration on June 6th.
Okay.
And we're right here
All
on
day.
Red Rum Road.
All
Red
day.
Rum Road.
Isn't that
Yeah,
right?
and that's what I was going to ask next. Address? Red Rum Road.
One of the greatest racehorses ever.
Red Rum.
Red Rum.
Red Rum.
One of the greatest movies ever.
National Hunt.
Yeah.
Super horse. Fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, thank you guys again for joining our podcast. We always, you're our heroes, and we love having you.
It's a pleasure.
And it's always fun.
Absolutely.
It's always great chatting. And great to have you with us.
Oh,
Finally.
it's finally, yeah. I mean, I
Celebrity
can't believe I made the cut.
You made the cut. You're just too busy brewing.
Keep doing that because we want the beer.
Yes.
So, like us, share us, follow us.
Share us and follow us.
Go to Lost Rhino, for God's sake.
Yeah. Red Rum Road.
Dudes.